Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.
Attorney Mike Phillips has hit a speed bump before he even hit the road in his Supreme Court appeal of the Dave Davis case. Just yesterday, Phillips told KUAM he would first file for an extension to give him time to prepare his arguments. But about that extension,
the deadline was passed, and I learned that yesterday, and I think it occurred sometime last week.
The deadline to file for an extension passed on October 18th, 3 days after Governor Leon Guerrero asked Attorney General Levin Camacho to appoint Phillips as a special assistant AG to carry the Davis case forward. And now it looks like the ball was dropped before Phillips even got to carry it.
I don't have any information at all regarding what happened and what might have allowed for that time to slip.
Now Phillips has to convince Supreme Court Associate Justice Elena Kagan that extraordinary circumstances led to Guam missing the extension deadline. Kagan is the Supreme Court's circuit justice for the Ninth Circuit.
You have to convince that one Supreme Court justice, in essence, to give you the break.
And Phillips says to make that argument, he has to get to the bottom of what happened, and more importantly, what didn't happen.
I really don't know the facts of what happened, and unfortunately, that's probably a necessary part of determining whether there's extraordinary circumstances.
And just what did happen? For starters, the AG's office confirmed it didn't file a request for extension. When we asked if the AG advised the governor that the extension deadline was coming up, AG spokesperson Carlina Chapfer said that would be covered under attorney-client privilege. When we asked Carlo Branch, the governor's director of policy, if the AG informed the governor about a looming deadline to file the extension, he said, quote, "I don't know if she was informed by the AG." It's also unclear what role, if any, Adelup legal counsels Haig Hyun and Sophia Diaz had in the chain of events. Chapfer has said the AG found out about the governor's decision to appeal the case on Monday night, after her special address calling for the AG to appoint Phillips to handle the Davis appeal. Phillips said the governor called him shortly before the address to ask him to take the case. And while Governor Leon Guerrero asked AG Levin Camacho to appoint Phillips, Phillips said he hasn't heard from the AG about that appointment, and today says he was told the AG is off island. But Phillips says in order to make his extraordinary circumstances argument, he'll have to get to the bottom of what really happened.
I'll start with the attorneys and probably move from there.
We asked Phillips if anyone should be held accountable for missing an important deadline in the historic Davis case.
That's not just above my pay grade. That's outside my pay grade. If that's really up to others. I have nothing to do with that, nor do I have a comment.
Phillips is barred to practice in the Supreme Court and says if Justice Kagan agrees with Guam's extraordinary circumstances, Guam would get 60 days to come up with an appeal argument. And if his motion is denied,
as far as I know, that would mean it'd be completely over.
We asked Phillips if he would still have wanted the case if he knew the deadline for filing an extension had already passed.
It's not the battle, it's the cause. And you can't walk away from the cause, in my opinion. You have to appeal. And if you find out that it's even more difficult than just an appeal, then you got to do it.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Brought to you by GTA. We start with you.